There is nothing more frustrating than having a dog that won't listen to you. I get this all the time. My dog won't listen to me. Hi, I'm Denise Mazzola from Everything Dog. Today we're going to be talking about some training equipment, which is why I'm wearing this lovely collar. Okay. We get a lot of very heated comments and conversation around this thing. This is a basket muzzle. And if there are many, many reasons for people to use a basket muzzle on their dog. If their dog is a ingester, they constantly are eating things that they can't, and they've had multiple surgeries on their stomach, it gets to the point where the dog will have to be euthanized if they don't stop eating things. Muzzle's going to save that dog's life. There are dogs that are potentially biting or people that are worried about it. Okay, lots of uses for a muzzle, okay? Not cruel, does not cause the dog any pain, does not cause the dog any harm. There's a system that you can systematically desensitize to them. You can feed them through here. They can pant, they can drink, they can eat. There's nothing cruel about a muzzle. We may project things onto the dog about it, but the fact of the matter, it doesn't hurt the dog at all. This, however, this lovely thing is called a prong collar. And I'm wearing it to make an outrageous point of, one, how awful it looks on me, how cruel, and yes, these are spikes. Prong collars were designed to agitate dogs to cause them to bite. And you will see prong collars a lot on police dogs, military dogs, where they need to agitate them and they need them to bite. It is part of their job. Okay, if they're going to do a good job, they are going to bite you if you're running away or whatever the situation is. You all know what I'm talking about. But particularly if you have a fearful, shy, nervous dog, this is the worst thing. The worst thing. I can guarantee it's going to make your dogs, whatever the problem is you're trying to correct with it, is going to make it worse. Here's why. This is not my opinion. This is science. There's a scientist named Ivan Pavlov that discovered classical conditioning. What that means, it's easier to think of it as associative learning, where things have a predictive value, A equals B. So most of you, when you pick up your dog's leash to go for a walk, they get excited, they jump around, they're like, yahoo! Because the leash predicts the walk and they're happy to go for a walk. How many of you can touch your dog's dog dish or go to the closet where you keep the food or open a baggie without your dog going, oh my God, is there food around? Is there food around? Right? Because the baggie sound, the closet door opening, the cookie jar opening, all predict food. And if your dog understands that pairing, wow, you're going to see a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, right? Jumping around and all excited. Well, that associative learning works in the negative as well. If your dog has had a scary or painful experience at the vet, then you may see them cower and be nervous and tuck their tail when they go in the vet. They may get a little more growly. It may be the only place they get growly is in the vet because they want to protect themselves. It's a predictive value. I go to this place that smells like this, where this vet is, where these things happen to me, and I don't like it. So now you're going to see some other energy, some other emotion, which is fearful emotion. Oh my God, I'm worried about this. Okay, look it up. Associative learning, Ivan Pavlov, he won a Nobel Prize for it. So why does this make it worse? This makes it worse because these are designed to cause pain. So let's say you're walking your dog, he starts growling at somebody, you feel a little embarrassed, you've got one of these horrible things on and you jerk your dog. Yes, guess what? The growling may go away. You've stopped the growling. Congratulations, good for you. But you have not helped, you have not solved the emotion that the dog was experiencing when he was looking at that person and growling. You've just said, don't growl. So now what's going to happen, your dog is still going to see that person, is still not going to like that person, will not growl because you've punished them for that, and now he's just going to be left to bite. Okay? Listen, I am not a purist. I have worked with several elderly clients, 70s and 80s, that one had a beagle, the other one had a chocolate lab, super social dogs, super friendly dogs to people and other dogs, and through life and changes and some medical conditions, they were unable to walk their dog on any other piece of equipment except for a prong collar. So yeah, I put them in a prong collar. They're just trying to walk. They're not walking around jerking their dogs, and their dogs walk beautifully. That's a quality of life issue for me. They maintain their quality of life because they can now get their dogs out. But otherwise, There's really no business for these to be allowed. They're not even, you can't even find them in Europe. They're so much further ahead of us. But what I want you to understand is when you pull and jerk your dog wearing the prong collar, it does cause pain. And your dog will make that association that the pain was caused by whatever it is that they're looking at, whatever it is that they're experiencing at the time. So people, I understand how frustrating it is, how confusing it is, how stressful it is if you have a dog that is growling or barking out of control at people or at other dogs. But this is not your answer. This might make you feel better. It's going to make your dog feel worse. You can look at our channel. There's a loose leash video walking and talks about all sorts of other equipment you can use when you walk your dog. There's lots of other things that you can do that's not going to be possible to talk about here. But what I want you to understand, prong collars were designed to agitate. They were designed to cause dogs to bite. Yes, they will stop the growling. Yes, they will stop the lunging that you're experiencing. You might feel better. You may feel less embarrassed. But your dog is learning a very serious lesson that this pain is caused by whatever I'm looking at. Okay, guys, please leave a comment. Try to keep them nice. We're here to educate. I want to help you and your dogs. I want you to have a better life with your dogs, and I want your dogs to have a great life with you. And some of it is going to come down to us having to change some of our behaviors. And one of the ones I'd like you to change is to get rid of this thing for me. All right, leave a comment, and I'll see you next week.